Hello and welcome to Yarns and Books and Everything Fine. This is episode 7, so I've recorded quite some episodes. Today is Sunday, September 2nd in 2018. My name is Nina. I'm coming to you from the rural area here in Germany. You can find me as Mikea Luna on Ravelry and Instagram. I will write it down below so that you can search for me if you're interested in this. Yes, welcome to all new viewers, welcome back especially to all returning viewers. Comments are highly appreciated. I don't get that much comments and there aren't that many viewers, but perhaps you'd like to comment on this video. I would really love it. Every comment is welcome as far as you're nice. So critic is okay, but nice critic. I haven't opened up a Ravelry group until now because I wasn't sure if it is okay or not, or if I should just wait a bit. What do you think? Should I open a Ravelry group for this podcast? I'm really unsure. So what next? Yes. Shortly, something because of European and German law. This video contains advertising. Everything is self-bought. I'm not paid for it. So that's administrative things. Yes, yesterday was first day at Hogwarts and I'm a proud member, or better, a proud alumna of House Slytherin. So today, moment, I'm standing up. I'm wearing a Slytherin t-shirt. Okay, and Slytherin striped shorts. So I hope it's okay. I'm a proud Slytherin girl. So, yes. What else? Oh, yes, I looked up the lost and forgotten vocabulary from last episode. Strandkorb was the German word, and it's beach share. Beach share. How could I forget this? So easy. Okay. Yes. Today's drink of choice is in this beautiful We Can Do It cup. Some vintagey atmosphere. It's just plain coffee. Just having a sip so that I can start with one of the big main big main parts of this podcast. Yarn Festival. 2 weeks ago we had a Yarn Festival here in Düsseldorf, the big Wolf Festival 2018, and I went there for the whole Saturday, and I had a guest for this weekend who also wished to go to this Yarn Festival, and I offered her a place to sleep and something to eat, so bed and breakfast, right? She was very happy that she had the chance to had a good bed and breakfast opportunity and not to rent a hotel room. So yes, and I had a guest, and that was really nice. We had fun together, and she was very nice and lovely, and yes, everything. I think we came along, or we became. Yes, she was a really nice guest. I can't say anything else, and I would have her here for another Yarn Festival for sure. Okay, she was a sweet and lovely guest. I got some presents from her. She brought me some nice coffee. She's from Speyer, and there's a coffee manufacturer. I don't know how to say, grind coffee. Also, they have coffee beans, and yes, this coffee is ready to brew, right? So she got me this. Then she read that I like green socks and my shoe size, and so I got this lovely sneaker socks in a sweet light green color. They are with cotton yarn and with a cotton sock yarn, so just lovely for coolest summer evenings or first autumn days, right? And then she got me this sweet and cute, oh, look at her, a withering head and this beautiful scarf, and moment, can you see it? And electric lights inside. So for the coming autumn evenings, just too cute, isn't it? And some glittery on her witch hat, so cute. And then, oh, where did I put it? I had it here. Oh yes, there. Sorry. She's making some cute and lovely stitch markers. She's knitting them, and I got this cute little cookie. Can you see it? I have to repair it because it's me, but it's not that bad. I can easily repair the hook here. But can you see it? Sweet little chocolate cookie, a stitch marker. So, and these were the presents I got from my overnight guest. And yeah, so what else? Oh yeah, the time at Düsseldorf was really fun. We were there for around 7 hours. Yes, 7 hours for nearly the whole time. And there were so many vendors and people and so much to be seen, and wow, overwhelming. And I met so many nice new people, and I was very lucky to meet some old knitting group friends of mine, which I had seen last, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think. Yes, 2 years ago. So it was such a lovely meet up with them. I knew they were going there too, but I wasn't sure if they were going on Saturday or on Sunday. So they were there on Saturday. Yes, and I loved it to see them again. We chatted so much, and yes, it was really fun. Hi there, Anja, Heike. I wish to see you. I loved to see you. Wish to see you. Sorry, I love to see you. And yeah. So what else? Oh yeah, I got a goodie bag. I got a goodie bag because I bought my tickets in advance, and I also bought some stuff because Yarn Festival. You're going there to see new lovely things, to touch them, and to buy things for your wonderful hobby, right? So yes, but everything I bought was with a special project in mind, and so I didn't buy anything without meaning. Okay, first thing first, all the goodnesses that I bought, and all the goodnesses from my goodie bag. We went to the first vendor directly after we got there. It was Zauberwiese because my guest wished to go there first. She ordered some yarn and wished to get it promptly, so we went there, and I had a look at all the goodnesses, and I wish to knit the Suburban Wrap by Jorge Locatelli since it came out at the beginning of this year, but I couldn't decide on the right yarns and everything, and yes, there was one skein at Zauberwiese that I fell in love with. It's this one here. Can you see all the beautiful colors? You can, right? All the beautiful shades. Okay. Oh, this looks like amber for me, and the purples and greens, and oh wow. The colorway's name is Cosmos, and it's 100% superwash merino, 430 meters on 100 grams. And I just fell in love with it. And so I decided this would be the perfect yarn for the Suburban wrap. So I just needed to get 2 more colors to start. And so I had a look and I found on the same yarn base this one with all the different shades of purple. It matches up so beautifully. Can you see it? What moment? Can you see it? Just too beautiful. And its name is Zauberlied, which means magic song. And then I got a third screen, this one, in a lovely petrol, a bluish green, or greenish blue, I don't know how it's correct colorway. It's the same base, it's a one-of-a-kind skein, and these are the 3 together. Aren't they lovely? I think they match perfectly for the Suburban wrap. So then I got some yarn at Nature's Luxury. This beautiful shades of brown, really autumnal. It's the sheep and soy base, 70% wool, 30% silk. The colorway's name is Sequoias. 500 meters on 100 gram. No superwash, but oh, look how lovely it is. And as a matching skein, also from Nature's Luxury, I got this one. It's their haute couture base. 94% cashmere, 6% silk, and pailletten. You know, these little things. The colorway's name is Equinaut, 120 meters with 25 grams, and I will match them up for a nice beautiful shawl. I'd like to knit Moss Garden. It's a pattern by Agnes Cotas Queretas. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, which I had in mind as soon as I saw them together. Yes, so these are the ones. I think I already, yes, I printed the pattern for this here, free pattern on Ravelry. Then I got this beautiful skein of yarn. It's by Das Mondschaf on her Vega base, 70% alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere, 800 meters on 100 gram, and the colorway's name is Last Unicorn. I just love this light turquoise base and the sprinkles of color, red, a bit of violet, the yellow, a bit of black and red. There's so many sprinkles in there. Just lovely. And so soft because of the cashmere and the alpaca. Just beautiful. It was on sale. So, I don't know, 10% off or so. And I searched for a perfect pattern after I got this skein of yarn, because I thought I need to have a pattern so that I will knit it up. And I decided to do the Borealis pattern. It's a free pattern, also on Ravelry. It's by Linda Sims, and I think this will be just a lovely, light, cute shawl. Then I went to another vendor, Strickimicky, and he sells nice, lovely goodies for all the yarny people. And there I got this beautiful coffee cup. Ich stricke besser als ich putze. I'm knitting better than I'm cleaning. Just too funny, isn't it? Okay, I'm prefer to knit before cleaning, that's for sure. Better, I don't know, but I prefer it. And I got me some pins. This one, Strick Medi Night. So knitting heals everything, right? Then this one, Ruhe bewahren und weiterstricken. Keep calm and knit on. Then Proud to be a Knitwit. Then Nicht jetzt, Schatz, ich stricke. Not now, darling, I'm knitting. And the same saying as on the cup. Ich stricke besser als ich putze. I'm knitting better than I'm cleaning. I just needed to get them because why not? Sorry, a bit of crinkling. Because I bought me some buttons that I wish to show you. I got this one at one of the vendors. Just too beautiful, like a shell, isn't it? I think it is a shell. I'm not sure, but oh, all those colors. I wish to use this as a pin or as a brooch. Yeah, as a brooch. So I need to modify it, but it's okay. I will think about it, and then I will have a beautiful brooch. Then I shopped at Knopfshop, button shop, and they had so many lovely things. I got 3 of these buttons with the runes on them. Then I got 3 of these buttons with out of wood with a nice patterning on it. Then I got 3 of these buttons, just a flowery like white ornamentic pattern on it. And then I wished to get 3 buttons, but I couldn't decide, so I got 4 of them because this, and this are very similar, but I really loved this one, which is a bit of darker, so I got 3 matching and 1 extra button. And then I got me a scarf needle. Look, this beautiful brown head, so nice and shimmering. I just love it. So these were my purchases on the buttons and scarf needle front. What next? Okay, just one more thing that I bought. There. One moment. It's this beautiful braid of fiber. It's from Wollreinheit. It's dark purple with a bit of red. It's 100% merino wool, 150 grams. And I have a hand spindle, and I wished to get a spinning wheel for 6 years, and I decided when I saw this beautiful braid of fiber, okay, I will buy it, and I will oh, can you see the halo? And I will get me a spinning wheel. Yes, so this came with me too. These were my purchases at the Yarn Festival. I need to have a sip of coffee. And sorry. Then there was also the goodie bag. The goodie bag had some really lovely nice things in it, and this is how, oh, a moment, this is how the goodie bag looks like. It says Woll Festival, which means Yarn Festival, and their website and all the beautiful things you need and you get when knitting on it. So the price bags, not every bag had the same goodies inside, but everything in there was the same, and it was always a skein of yarn from Rowan, a skein of yarn from Opal, and a book, and then some more goodies. So there was a little skein of yarn from Shapiers, their Cotona base, 10 grams, 25 meters of cotton yarn in this beautiful violet or lilac or purple color. It was a goodie by Alice im Wunderladen, Alice im Wunderladen, Alice in her Wonder Shop. It's a yarn store from Cologne, and she gave this beautiful, nice yarn goodies out of cotton for the goodie bag. Then we had this beautiful postcard, Nadel verpflichtet, from Strickimicky, from where I got the beautiful coffee cup and everything. Then we had a beautiful button by Prim. Mine was blue, but I just exchanged it with a friend of mine who didn't like her red one, and I didn't like the blue one, so I got this beautiful red one. Then that's the postcard from the Yarn Festival. Funnier, isn't it? And okay, and then the book I got from them was this one, Knitting Pretty. It's by Martin Storey. Very colorful, goodnesses, all flower inspired. Some are nice, some are okay. I wouldn't knit or crochet this sample at the front. It's not my style, but some of the things in here are nice. So yeah, it's okay. I think for everyone there's something in this book. It's okay. For a goodie bag, it's more than just okay. And then there was a knitting magazine, Sabrina. It's the newest knitting journal from this from last month, from August. So, and now you're thinking, doesn't she tell us that there were some yarn from Rowan and from Opal? Yes, for sure, there was. I will show them now. The skein of yarn by Rowan was this one, just the perfect purple. It's a pure wool superwash worsted, 100 grams, 200 meters or 219 yards. And I have socks in mind for this one. I will tell you something more about this when we get to this category. And then we're heading right into whips, because the Opal yarn is a whip. Yeah. The Opal yarn that we got was, moment, I need to find the tag, was Sport Exklusiv by Opal, and the colorway is Strandgut Buddelkasten, and it's this colorway, and it's falling apart. I don't know why. It's the skinning up is just too curious, but it's falling apart, and that's how my whip looks like. I'm knitting socks. The pattern is called Hypsolaisen Karuselli. It's pattern by a Finnish designer, Kati Goito, and she has a Facebook group just for this pattern. And this is the heel, and you're knitting it up until you can close it at the foot, up on the upside of the foot, and then you take up knitting for the leg and for the foot until closing up the toes. It's a funny pattern. I just wish to try it with this beautiful yarn. I'm knitting these on 2.75 millimeter needles by Knit Pro Zing. They are orange. And the project bag, the project bag that the whip's living in is this one. It's by Stitching Plava with this beautiful colorful balls of yarn, the inside. So that's the first whip. I've got two more. The next whip, okay, the Hypsolaisen Karuselli whip is going to sleep now because these are socks for me, and I need to finish some birthday socks. The first pair of birthday socks I'm knitting is, is this one. It's for my nephew, and I need to finish these until the midst of September. That's the ball of yarn I'm using. It's from Volbut. It's their, it's their, I think it's their Odessa colorway. I think this is the right tag. I've knit the cuff with this plain and ordinary black yarn. It's also Volbut. It's their, I think, the Glasgow colorway. One moment, where is the tag? Yes, that's it, Glasgow colorway. And I will also use this black yarn for the toes, because this will be father-son socks, and I will knit a pair of socks out of this yarn for my brother too. And yes, I'm knitting them on 2.75 millimeter Knit Pro Zing needles, 2 at a time, cuff down. The pattern I'm using for this one is the Roman Rib Socks by Charlene Cherth and Bess Parrott. I've knit this pattern before for my niece. These will be family socks, so the whole family will get socks out of the same pattern. And the project bag I'm using for this is this beautiful Sea Life sock bag by Emilia Exjoy, because it's so much yarn. I need to knit another pair of socks until mid of September, also birthday socks, for my goddaughter. Yes, I'm her godmother, so goddaughter I think is the correct word. They will be out of this beautiful yarn. It's also by Volbut and their Barbados colorway. I think this is a nice colorway for then 4-year-old girl. My nephew will be 4 too, so no, same size socks for them. Because of these two pairs of socks, I need to knit until around the 15th, 20th of September. My Hypsolaisen Karuselli socks will go to sleep. And then the last whip I'm working on. Yesterday started the Jorge Fall Cal 2018. You could sign up for it until August 30th, and for different projects, and they are categorized in these different groups, like pullovers and curries and shawls and wraps, socks and small projects, and you got a number and everything, so that you had the chance of or that you have the chance of winning a prize. And yes, that's everything around it. It takes or the Carl takes part in the Jorge designs by Jorge group, by Jorge Locatelli, and the hashtag for this is Jorge Fall Call 2018 or Jorge Fall Call 18. You can also show your pictures on Instagram with this hashtag and everything. So that's for this main subject. And Jorge Locatelli had a live podcast yesterday on YouTube and casted on her project for this Cal, and invited everyone to watch it and knit with her and everything. And I started my first project for this Cal or knit along in 1 hour in advance before the live podcast, and knitted through the podcast, and I've knit today too. So this is how far I got. It's a hat, and it's her light lantern pattern. Can you see it? Not sure if you can see it properly. I think it's okay. It's a light lantern pattern. It's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. She had a coupon code before the call started, for the registration time, so that you got I think 20% off her patterns, and so I bought some, and one of them was this here. And the yarn I'm using is by Frau Odersocke. It's her 4-ply sock base in the colorway Pumpkin Pie, 420 meters on 150 grams. And she has an Etsy shop. No more Dawanda shop, because Dawanda closed. So she moved her shop to Etsy. You can search her there, and this is the Pumpkin Pie colorway on her 6-ply sock yarn. This is a cake of yarn that I wound Friday, just in advance for this wonderful knit along. And the needles I'm using are 4mm Knit Pro Things circular needles, and yes, the pattern knits up lovely and fast, and the yarn is just perfect, and I know that this is the right size for my head. Should we try it on? Should I try it on? Yes. So it's perfect sized, but I still have to knit a bit. Just one more pattern I repeat, and then the crown, I think. And this beautiful project is living in this beautiful project bag by Bags by Awesome Granny. It's called 3 Witches, and here is the knitting witch. And all the beautiful funny faces they are making, talking to each other and everything. And the pattern is a paid-for pattern, as I told before, by Jorge Locatelli. It's the Lantern Lights pattern. This is how the head looks on its picture. Yes. And the cowl is for 3 months, September, October, November, 1st of September until 30th of November. And I am knitting 3 projects, or wish to knit 3 projects for this card. I started with a hat, then I'd like to knit a pair of socks. I'd like to knit the indigo leaves. Indigo leaves by Jorge Locatelli, and it's also paid for pattern on Ravelry. And I decided to knit this socks with the Rowan yarn because purple. And as I'm not sure if I have enough yarn for this pattern, I decided to combine it with a rest of yarn I'm having from a Günz yarn. It's it's a DK yarn, merino. One moment, I think everything's written here. So it's a Günz yarn. It's 100% organic merino, DK weight, 246 yards on 100 grams. The colorway's name is Yoruishi. That's her old tech. It's an older yarn. It's discontinued, but I think that it matches up with the purple in the Rowan yarn just perfectly. That's what I'm planning for the indigo leaves socks. That's my second entry or second project for the Jorge Fall Call 2018. And then the third and last one, and the one for which I will need most of the time, and I'm not sure. Oh, my hair, sorry. And I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it because I'm a slow knitter, but maybe motivation is enough. It's a suburban wrap. It's these beauties that I've shown you just before from Zauberwiese, and it's the suburban wrap by Jorge Locatelli, also a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It's this beauty here. And that's the third and last project I'm wishing to knit for the skull. So that's this. What next? Oh yes, spinning wheel. Yes, I got the braid of fiber from Wollreinheit, and then I decided I need to get a spinning wheel because 6 years of waiting. So I knew where I wished to buy it. I knew which kind of spinning wheel I'd wish to have, and I've spoken with some of the vendors at the yarn festival and with some of the people I met there, and told them I'd like to get a spinning wheel, or can you recommend something, and so on. And I got some recommendations, and they matched perfectly with the spinning wheel I had in mind. More than perfectly. Most said, you should get this one. And so, yes, I decided, okay, I will get this one. I'm moving with the camera. And here it is. Can you see it? Yes. It's by Kromsky. Oh, moment, sorry. It's by Kromsky. It's the Sonata spinning wheel. I bought it at the Flinkern shop. And it just has everything I wished. It is a double, Doppeltritt. I don't know the English word. I forgot to look it up. I'm too sorry. And it has a lazy Katie and everything. And it has a bag for transportation, or for putting away safely the wheel, because it's a traveling spinning wheel. And because go big or do nothing. I also got a Kromsky Jumbo Flyer for being able to spin more yarn or to ply a thicker yarn and everything. And I got, because you need it. A moment, I'm back again, 1 second, and I got me a Niddy Noddy. It's safely stuffed away until I need it. And I do have the Braid of Fiber by Wollreinheit. I do have some bats I got years before, but I thought a spinning wheel needs something soft to travel, right? So I bought this braid of yarn. It's Nature White. It's Polish Merino, 100% Polish Merino. Sorry for the crinkling. Then I got, this Nature White, and I got 100% Polish Merino in pumpkin spice. 100 grams each of these. I wish to ply them with each other, so just a try. Then I got this beautiful rainbow colored braid of fiber. It's dyed by Flinkant, the shop owner, and it's Falcon wool, 100% Falcon wool, and 200 grams. And the color number is 168C. So she colored, I think 4 of these braids of yarn with the same color, but each looks a bit different, and I got this one, which I really love. I will apply this one with itself when I finished with spinning it. And then, because why not, I got this beautiful bed of fiber, different shades of green. I think there's some silk in it, and the colorway is Schwarzwald, Blackwood Forest, right? Something like this. Black Forest, so Black Forest, Schwarzwald. These are the things I got from a Flinkant shop. The spinning wheel with everything I need for spinning and some spinning material. And this is all the new in things, I think. Yes, that's everything yarn related. We finished the yarn related part. Next will be books and some babbling. So if you're interested in this, stay with me, but it won't be that long anymore. Just a sip of coffee. I've read and finished this book by Nalini Singh. It's called Engelsgift, from her Gilde der Jäger series. The English title is Archangel's Viper, a Guild Hunter novel. And I've read through it very fast because I love her series. And just one more book in this series with new or more about old and known characters, Venom and Holly, and just a good plain romantic fantasy novel, but it was fun to read, just nice for in between. And then reading right now this book. It's Zeiten des Aufbruchs by Carmen Korn. It's a trilogy, second part in a trilogy. I've read the first book last year and was waiting for this one to come out as a paperback. It was available as a hardcover, but I wish to get this one as a paperback, as the first one too. And it's a story about 4 women and their lives. All were born around 1900, and the first book told about their lives until the end of Second World War. We were starting shortly after First World War ended. They were all around 18, 19 years old and started what to do in life, what to learn, what to work, and love life begin for them, and marriages and having children, and then the Second World War and everything that came with this, all the tragedies in their lives and so on. And this book here starts shortly after Second World War, settling down in life again, now that there's peace, and they live in Hamburg, and everything is bombed apart, and just a few houses are still there and doesn't need repairing. Most of them are just bombed away, and they need to settle down again, and with their children and everything. And right now we are in the year, I'm too sorry, in the year 1953, so some years went by, and they are settling down, and life goes on, and their children are now of age, and are starting their lives too. And yes, I know that this big book will end around 1969, yeah, 1969, and then I'm waiting for the third part of this trilogy, because it's wonderful to read about their lives and everything that happens around them, and everything they live through and see, and what their children are doing. And these 4 women are friends, and they got to know each other between the world wars, or 2 of them also knew each other before. They grew up together, and it's a very, very thick book, nearly around 600 pages, and the first book was as thick as this one too, and I think the third one will have as many pages as this too. Yeah, really interesting to read about these times, and to see it of the perspective of these 4 women, and they are all very, very different, but they are friends, and so it's very interesting to see what they have done in their lives and everything. So now into babbling. I think I didn't forget anything. Babbling. I've met up with my best friend Verena. She has a beautiful garden, and she's having some goodies in her garden, and there's I don't know, Schrebergarten, Kleingartenanlage. There are some small gardens attached to each other, and one of her neighbors has pumpkins. This is a beautiful small little pumpkin I got from the neighbor of my best friend, and I will cook with it today. I got an interesting recipe from Frau Odersocken. Just slices of pumpkin in the oven with Parmesan cheese. I can't wait to try it out. The rest I will freeze. I will cut them in the pumpkin in pieces and freeze it up for a curry, and with sweet potatoes, and I don't know, some other recipes, because I think I can cook with this a pumpkin of this size 3 times, so it's okay. Then today was the last day of the Lilian Tinted Challenge over on Instagram. It was a 15 days, 15 themes for knitting challenge, and it was really fun. She gave us a theme for each day, and we had to post a picture and write something about it. And yes, today was the last day. It was very interesting. I saw so many interesting postings and learned so many new things, got to know very interesting people over on Instagram, and I really had fun. And she told us that she would like to do another challenge in November, I think, so I can't wait for this one. Today's theme was whips, and I posted a picture of the 3 whips I've shown you before, so when you have a look over on Instagram you will see this picture for today's. Then what else? Oh yes, last Wednesday I met up with a New to Me knitting group. They are meeting since quite some time, but I always forgot to go there, and they are just 5 minutes away from my work. There's a cafe where they meet up every last Wednesday of the month, and last week I went there, and they were really nice people. I had so much fun, and so many some yarn in my nose, sorry. So many interesting projects, and I love to meet up with them, and I will return. I will meet with them again next when they next meet up, and oh my, I'm so sorry. So yes, now I'm having a knitting group again. That's what I wish to tell you. Because the other knitting groups I had before are so far away that I'm not able to meet up with them again, because I'm not having a car. I need to go there by public transportation, and I need 1.5 hours to get there for one way. So 3 hours of traveling there and back again. Just too much. But 5 minutes away from work, more perfect. That couldn't be more perfect, right? So I'm having a look around. That's it. I've shown you everything. I've told you everything I wish to tell you. Yes. Any questions? Anything you'd wish to know? Anything you'd like to see or to hear about something? Do you have any questions? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any recommendations for me? Maybe for spinning? Some good YouTube videos for spinning, or good groups for spinning newbies like I am? I don't know. I know I wished to show you my new orchid, but it doesn't have it's not flowering right now, so I have to wait until there are new flowers on my orchid, but I think in 2 weeks time maybe. I got another new orchid, but I forgot to put it here when I prepared everything for this podcast, so maybe next time, who knows. If not, then not. One day I will show you all my beautiful orchids, perhaps, maybe, who knows. I don't know if you'd like to see them. So I now will upload this podcast and will start knitting again on my beautiful lantern light set. Maybe I will finish it today, maybe not. Then I will finish it tomorrow, maybe. But I need to start, or no, not to start. I need to finish the birthday socks after this. So I need to knit fast for the head, so that I can knit fast 2 pairs of kitty socks, and then I can go back to the car. That's for today. A bit longer, maybe around 55 minutes. I hope you liked this podcast episode, and to show you again, Slytherin Girl, everything's fine. Hope to see you next time. I don't know when I'm recording next, but we'll see it at this wonderful channel. I recommend the finished objects videos for my pincher shawl, a free pattern by Pin Pillar and Wang Sai, and another finished objects video, the drizzle socks, a bought or paid for pattern by Debbie S. Rees. These were a cull, and which finished on September 1st, so 2 videos of finished objects that you can find on my channel. Just have a look around. So, bye, see you next time, have a nice evening, and I'm happy to read your comments. Hope you do write some comments. Bye!